we have 21 steps and 3 pillars that we've organized them into. And the goal is to scale the Bitcoin treasury from where we are now to 2,000 Bitcoin and beyond. And the 3 pillars, one, capital markets. Capital markets is really about having the right instruments available, the right banking partnerships, the right institutional partnerships, the right liquidity partners, so we can operate at scale. And the second pillar, fundraising and investor relations. So fundraising from 0 to 1,000 Bitcoin was primarily about family offices and high net worth individuals. And they're still going to be very important moving forward. But as we move forward, we look to the road from 1,000 Bitcoin to 10,000 Bitcoin. I think that's going to be more about institutional capital. And so we're really focused right now on how we engage with institutions, developing products and offerings tailored to their needs. And for the third pillar, growth and ecosystem, it's really about extending the reach of our messaging. We also want to maintain strong, positive relationships with retail. Retail is a very important part of the story for us as well. And we want to build a thriving investor community. And alongside that, we think it's also important to extend the ecosystem of products that allow people to engage with H100.
Thank you, Brian. So, guys, the 3 main pillars that will help us get H100 to 10,000 Bitcoin and beyond. Do you want to? Yeah, I'm all yours.
Yeah, maybe we'll just keep rolling here. Yeah, so let's pause on this slide for a second. So there, kind of the first 3 steps within our capital markets focus, and this is not necessarily chronological order. Some steps do depend on other steps, but for the most part, we're approaching all these steps in parallel. We're trying to do everything we can all at the same time. So we think that there is, just in terms of enabling investor access and liquidity, there are a lot of just operational things we can do, a lot of operational low-hanging fruit that we can access that I don't think is commonly known. Some of that is establishing new partnerships both in the home markets and abroad. And one thing that we announced this week that I just want to pause on for a minute is our transition from K3 accounting to IFRS reporting. And if you've ever taken a corporate accounting class, you were probably taught that in the U.S. there's GAAP and everywhere else there's IFRS. Actually there are other local accounting standards, and we are transitioning, as it says, to IFRS. And this is not just a technical step. I think it's tempting to just roll your eyes and go, okay, accounting, who cares? But actually, this is a very important step and enables us to unlock other steps of our roadmap. The IFRS accounting is very important for things that we will do in the future that will enable us to open up investor access, that will enable us to improve our liquidity. And as everyone knows about Bitcoin treasury companies, liquidity is one of the most important things. If you want to run an ATM, you need liquidity. If you want ETFs and fund managers to add you to their funds, you need liquidity. Even just for larger high net worth individuals, they want to see liquidity before they take a position. And some people say, well, are you trying to exit liquidity? No, this is about entrance liquidity. we want to enable all investors who want to take a position in our stock to have the access and liquidity to be able to take a position of their desired size. And some of the steps on this roadmap, like here we have 3, 4, 5, which we've labeled Operation Ascension. We're not able to go into full details about yet. Just one of the things about being a public company, there some operations you just can't disclose the details of until they're already done. So some of the steps on these roadmaps are redacted. All right, so let's go to the next slide. And so another big focus of capital markets is really having an instrument that we can use in all different market conditions. As we've announced before, we're working on a tokenized Bitcoin denominated convertible bond through the Stalker platform. That's something that's been in development. And one of the things that is a limiting factor about that is that we're currently only able to offer that type of product in Europe. And there's a long list of countries, notably the United States, which is excluded from countries that we would be able to offer that product in. So we are looking outward to see what other Bitcoin denominated products we can offer to a global audience. This is can't go super into detail here yet because it's a work in progress. But we think it's important as stewards, not just of the Bitcoin treasury company, but as good members of the Bitcoin community to develop Bitcoin native products and financial services. And so really products, not so much the financial services, but that is something we're looking to continue developing. Other items on here, structured equity tranches. This is going to be related to how we hope to roll out some future offerings, which are yet to be announced. We also think it's important to have an ATM-like program set up. Sweden does not have a perfectly U.S. style ATM facility. Like other countries, we would need to use a capital markets partner to facilitate that. Typically you work with a hedge fund who would issue the shares in the market for you. So that is something we're also looking at. And another reason why it's very important that we work on those liquidity steps. And we also have a new Nordic offering, which will be something that has never been seen before. It's a novel type of offering that we're working on, but it's another one of those ones that we can't discuss the details of until it's already a fully done deal.
It's 12 o'clock.
So moving on to the next slide. Two of our largest operations we're working on, I labeled them here, Operation Thunderbolt and Operation Merkel. So
details to be announced, guys.
Yeah, details to be announced. And I hate to go through presentations, so much of it is details to be announced, but it's just the reality of being in a public company that because of fair disclosure rules, there's only so much you can say until the deal is done.